Hey there, everybody. A little bit scatterbrained here getting started. The problem I'm having is that I remembered the drill that I had having a feature that the drill I have doesn't have, but an earlier drill when I was growing up did. The one I used to remember had like a screw here that you could like set for how fast you got the drill to go speed-wise. I need something that I can get a repeatable but not too fast speed. I'll have to see if there's like an electric drill or something like that that I can get to do that. But let me show you what I was trying to do. And these are the spools I got for the warping frame that I was going to do for Rob's takadai braid. So the theory is I would take this spool on. Of course, when I went to pick these up today, I forgot that I'd already made. I'm just throwing stuff around. I forgot that I'd made these, but I only drilled a 1/4-inch hole. But I got a 3/8 bolt here just because I figured it'd be easier for the washers. So I don't know if I want to just get another 1/4-inch bolt or just drill these out to 3/8. I'll probably just drill these out to 3/8. But I can use them for either size spool I've got. And almost forgot. Put the nut on here. Just a second more here. All right. So the theory here is that as long as I've got some sort of drill or some other means that I can use to have a consistent speed rate, I can measure how much thread that a tama takes and then multiply it times however many tama I need to warp up. Do this for each of the 12 spools. But I need to have some sort of lock because this can go way faster than I want to spool it. But anyway, that's the theory I've got there. Hey, Gwendolyn, nice to see you on. But I can do it with either of these spools. So anyway, that was what I wanted to have ready to go to show you guys. And then I realized this drill can't do it. But I'm pretty sure there is a way to do it that is not too expensive. And all right, it's time to get started braiding on this. Oops, let's see. I move the laptop and screens a bit over so they're easier to see from where I'm sitting so I can respond to chat better. All righty. Let's see. Looks like we've got good visibility. We need a little more light the other side of the room. Just a second here. Okay, that seems to be a reasonable amount of light. I'm not washing out the colors too much. You can see what I'm doing, but the white of the mirror does not blind the white balance on the video feed. All right, so outside to inside, outside to inside, outside to inside, outside to inside, out to in, and out to in. Even these up a little bit. And I think I mentioned it on Rob's member stream, but apparently this upcoming weekend when VidCon is going on, YouTube is going to roll out a change to the partner program, aka monetization, where instead of being 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours over the last year, it is 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours over the last year. So if that's the case, I will have met the required subscriptions already, because we're just 4 away from 800. And I did something wrong there. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's the one that's supposed to go. There we go. And 3,000 watch hours, which I'm at 1730 roughly. So I'm sure YouTube doesn't like you to tell your subscribers this, but if you want to help me get to monetization, watching a playlist, even if you're not there, might be a good idea. Don't tell them I said that. I disavow that course of action. We'll see if I get a problem for that. So this will be about the only time I mention it. But what you really should do is go through my playlist for stuff that you want to watch and watch it and enjoy yourself. I'm sure with all the new subscribers that have decided to join the channel, I'll eventually get there, so I'm not too worried about it. And out to in, 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 and get those untangled, out to in. Get those evened up a little bit, and right to left, and left to right. Pull it snug. Hey, we're up to 5 people already. We're doing pretty good. Let me catch up with the chat here. Oh, sorry to hear, Jen. Hopefully that improves. Mine isn't too bad, but I do have a lot of friends that have type 2, so good thoughts towards you. And out to in, 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 and out to in. Sometimes when I get a chance, I need to fast forward through EDB's live stream from today, see if she got the braid. Again, I know she's busy, and it may never ever get mentioned, but I hope she enjoys it regardless. And out to in, 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 and out to in. So I got enough information from Rob for his braid, since he wasn't aware that it could be used as a belt, but he sounds like he likes that idea. I'm going to go with starting it from 2 D-rings, so it can be much easier used as a belt buckle as opposed to the SEA style of through a D-ring and then a loop around. In which case, I'm going to do it a little shorter than I did for Ian's braid, because I figure Rob's probably not much larger than maybe a 32-inch waist. And he's probably got like at least a 30-inch inseam. I think he's pretty tall. So I don't want the belt to be too long. But I figure 5 feet's probably a good thing to shoot for that. Yes, he did say yes to the cartwheel robots on the member stream. He did. Bring that up. So yeah, we're going to do the cartwheel ones. Oh, and if Rob thinks that his shop is messy, I figured I would let you guys see what my shop looks like. Let me just share this real quick and share. That is my garage. Let's see. Okay, mouse on there so you can see what's going on. let's see, that's my computer there. That's the CNC router here. Back there is dust collection. That's my 3D printer I've done over there. There's a blacksmithing forge there. On the right, it's a compressor that's broken and doesn't work. Miter saw, vertical mill, table saw in the background there. On the left here, let's see, is that visible or not? No, it's just barely visible over here. There's a belt grinder and also have a Millermatic 251 MIG welder. And there's other stuff there, but yeah, I really need to clean it up. That's, come on there. Okay, there's the mouse. Okay. All right, we're back to that. But yeah, I figured, I think Rob's got a very clean shop compared to mine. Okay, if Rob's 6 feet, then yeah, yeah, 5 feet's a good option there. He can either like do the loop around, which the way the loop around goes is you feed it through here from the front, and then you get kind of a loop around like this. I can't really show it without being able to feed the other end, but it's kind of a loop and hang down as a secondary thing. And you can also do decorative knots or stuff like that. Or you can just display it. But I figured his would be a fun one to try the double D-ring start on it, so it can be used like a traditional 2 D-ring belt. He doesn't have to do that if he doesn't want to, but the option is there. And there we go. Still a little tired this time of night, but the adjusted wake-up medicine dosage seems to, or stay awake, seems to be mostly working. I can stay awake through the end of my work shift, get home, and have a little bit of time before I start feeling sleepy. And I don't seem to have, whoops. Okay, yeah. I don't seem to have any issues falling asleep at the higher dosage, which was the main thing I was worried about. Because being unable to sleep when you want to sleep is just insomnia with more steps. And I really don't want that. So the goal for tonight is I'm going to finish up this braid. I've got needle and thread or floss to tie the end off, so it'll actually be finished on stream tonight. And then after that, I'll kind of go through one of my braiding books, and I've got my floss collection up here, or my wife and I's floss collection. And we'll go through it, see what colors we've got, if we've got enough of it, or if I'll have to go pick up more. And then I'll probably start winding tama around a D-ring to start the next one, depending on the style and structure of the braid. But I will definitely not be getting it actually started braiding because I'm only going to be on maybe a little over an hour tonight. I still am working a shift tomorrow. Not a full shift, but a little bit of overtime definitely helps, especially getting ready to go on vacation. And I also want to spend some time tomorrow starting to set up the mini split AC I've got for the garage, because it's starting to get really warm here in the evenings, and it's going to get worse during the days. And I would like to be functional where I'm not like just laying down because it's just too hot. So, and out to in, 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 and out to in. I'm actually getting to the point where I don't really have to count which pairs are pairs. I'm able to go based off of the relative colors, which is nice. It's just taken a while. The thing I have to be careful of is when I'm going through, I have to remember it all during the process, so I know where I'm going to be picking up from and that I'm not picking up the wrong set of colors. Let me catch up here. Let's see. Catching up here. Yep, that's why I tend to offer between like 2 and 8 feet of braid so that people can display it however they want. Yep, wearing it is a nice option too, especially if you want to go slightly Eastern semi-formal. That might work too. It can be. It depends on the braid structure, how much mental space it takes up keeping track of things. Some are really easy. Used to be for like a lot of times when I would be braiding, I'd be at SCA events and I'd be sitting with a group of people and I wouldn't really talk much. I could follow the conversation and keep up braiding, but sometimes I was finding it difficult to talk and braid at the same time. But doing the streaming here has actually been getting me pretty good at being able to braid and talk at the same time. Though sometimes I get lost in the braid and I don't want to stop talking long enough to give the concentration necessary to fix it. So, but I'm getting better on that. I'm going to try and invite more people on as guests. I'd like to have Danny and Rob on because they're going to be the next braid recipients, and just maybe some other people that are in this area that know some of the people that we tend to watch, see if they might want to be on. And actually, I'm using weights on all of them. These are tama. These ones are 100 grams each, though they also come in 85, 70, and 30 to 35 gram weights as well. At least those are the size I sell them. They also make them a bit larger for some other types of braiding frames. But you want a weight on all of your strands, and you have a counterweight, which is usually roughly about half the total weight of your tama on the braid. Though, if you notice that as I lifted this up, this pulled up in the center and actually takes quite a bit to push down. If it is lighter and it's higher up, it makes the braid a lot tighter. And if the bag is heavier than 50%, it pulls down more, and it's looser because instead of being like a nice tight thing, it's kind of more like that, and it's a looser braiding structure. The tension is lighter. So it kind of depends on what you want for your braid structure as to how much weight you actually use relative, for your counterweight and for your tama. If you're doing a very complex braid, you're probably, where you've got 32 or more, you might want to use lighter tama so that you're not having so much total weight on your braid point of braiding. So I hope that was helpful. Alrighty. And also, if I want to think more than, to get some fairly serious thoughts going on, I will sometimes just stop so I can focus and not have to worry about keeping up. But for stuff where I'm, not trying to use like the math portion of my brain, and it's just kind of like conversational, I'm usually pretty good at just keeping going. So, but colors are lining up the way they're supposed to be, so I'm not doing too bad while talking here. I also have been stopping a bit more to be able to keep up with the chat, because if you folks are kind enough to watch live, I would like to interact with you, because you guys make it more fun for me. Because if I'm doing this just by myself, I would usually listen to an audiobook or something like that. But I would also tend to get bored after a little bit and only do it for maybe 15, 20 minutes at a time. And this lets me spend more time enjoying my hobby. When I don't know if it's like ADD brain, where having like 2 or 3 things going on at the same time helps you focus on the one thing. But that's definitely the case at my work. I listen to audiobooks or podcasts, and it makes it a lot easier for me to concentrate on the things I need to concentrate on. Because essentially, as I put it, I have something to focus against. Let's see, I grabbed the wrong one. Okay, yes, that looks right there. Okay, so matching blue and white, black and yellow, blue and white, black and yellow, black and yellow. Okay, so, and right to left, and left to right. And the mnemonic I do out loud while I'm braiding to kind of make sure that I know where I am in the process. If I was just doing it by myself and not trying to talk and keep up my end of the conversation, I would just do that in my head. Because I am one of the people who is fortunate enough, or not fortunate enough, but just have a internal monologue. Or as I said when I first realized I had the ability, I can hear myself think. As like an actual mental voice. It doesn't speak to me, it's how I articulate in my own head. So, the only voice I hear is my own. And yeah, there, out to in, and out to in. But if I can get some reliable motor speed for winding, and I might have other options for that I already have, or I might be able to pick something up, I will probably have a setup stream this weekend. I might do that as a locals exclusive. I'll have to see what my options are for recording there. I haven't actually done it yet. Because I'm still a bit embarrassed because I haven't really cleaned up the area I set up my braids in. And I will probably have a Maru-dai braiding stream. Might have a working in the shop stream, try and see how well that does. And yes, I know my shop is much more cluttered than where I braid, but my wife would not be embarrassed if I showed the garage because that's all my thing. But the area I braid is our upstairs room where we both spend time. So she would feel that it's partly on her for keeping it looking clean, and would feel bad if I spread that all over the internet. And I don't like making my wife unhappy. Though we are both very, very stubborn people. When we have an argument, we just both kind of sit there. We've expressed our viewpoints as to what we want to do. And we sit for a while and think about it and whatnot. And we kind of mutually, without speaking, agree on who it's more important to. And they're the person who wins the argument. So... and we've had that argument in the presence of other people, and nobody knew it was going on. Well, mostly nobody knew. There's a couple people who know us who could tell what was going on. And they were laughing their butts off when, after it's all done, it's like, I didn't notice they were having a fight. Or it's really just kind of more of a disagreement, or just working out who has the higher interest / priority / need. Oh, I'm glad I was able to help with that as far as tensioning and stuff. But that's kind of the main reason I started doing this, is I wanted to teach and share, and I don't really get to travel as much as I would like, so I don't get to places that I can do classes and stuff. And this is also kind of the way I generally like teaching, is kind of an informal one-on-one. And I realize there's multiple people here, but I do approach it as, kind of a one-on-one. And we are getting really close to being done here. The leader knot is right there. I'm probably going to stop right about here. So, and out to in, 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 and out to in. And let's even up these pairs a little bit. And right to left, and left to right. Pull it snug. And out to in, 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 and out to in. And right to left, and left to right. And pull it snug. Gotta drop the weights / tama down a bit lower. There we go. And out to in, 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 and right to left, and left to right. Pull it snug, and out to in, 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 and out to in. And right to left, and left to right. And we are about, I think it's 5 weeks away from when I'm going on to my 3-week vacation. And I will definitely be taking my streaming gear and streaming Maru-dai braiding streams, probably some interview streams or recorded videos with other people who do Kumihimo. Not sure exactly what my schedule will be. I can do some of them while I'm working there, which will be nice because I'll have some uninterrupted time and space to do it. Some of it I might actually do in my campground area. We'll just have to see how it goes. I gotta be able to see my medieval garb probably. And out to in, 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 and out to in. Some of them are getting a little tangled. All right. And right to left. And left to right. As you can see, I am just about done. And out to in, 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 and out to in. And right to left. And left to right. Pull it snug. Maybe one or two more cycles through and we'll be done. And out to in, 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 and out to in. I also need to go through my playlists and see why some of my playlists have a different name for the braids than the actual streams have, because that's a little disconcerting as to why I'm getting them different. Get those updated. I missed adding some of Runkle's streams for his braid to the playlist there. I'll need to get those added back in or added in. And I'm going to try and get the time lapse of Runkle's braid put together, edited. Well, not really edited, just assembled, properly time lapsed, some background music so it's not too boring for people, and then get it posted. Alrighty, I think we are there. I don't do card braids. There is a foam disc method or foam plate that is used by a lot of people. I have done that, but yeah, I'm not, as far as an actual card braid method, I'm not aware of that, so won't be able to help you there. All right, so let me take the bag off. Pull the braid out of it. So this is the cross piece I use, and this is the bag. And what I do is have it like this, have the pin here, and then, then the braid comes up through here, and the sides with the weight kind of push it on the side and help provide enough tension that it doesn't slide down itself. And let me grab the scissors. Yeah, it only took about half an hour with a fair amount of talking to get this done. Okay, so I'm going to trim the yellow ones first. Gonna try and not throw them all on the floor. All right. Let's do the black next. That is not part of the cross pieces. I'll do those separately or at the end. Okay. And we've got blue next. So there. There. And Oops, missed one there. 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 I was hoping not to have that happen. Okay. Planning to do a yellow one, but I'm thinking I might like one of the black ones better. And as you can see, it uses a lot more of the cross pieces than it does the ones that were going this way. All right. That's probably enough. It's not a very large braid. And it's always fun dropping your needle next to the magnetic power supply connection for your laptop. And yes, that was sarcastic. Deep enough sarcasm that it's actually a kind of a chasm. Okay, that didn't quite go the way I was expecting. All right. Tie off a nice little knot here so it doesn't slide through. There we go. And so through the center. Actually, let me see if I can do this without crashing the camera. There we go. Bump up the light a little bit. Make sure we're in focus. There we go. Okay. So I got it through here. Going to wrap it around. Try and keep it nice and snug. Actually, that's a little too high. I want to get a little lower where it's covering the point of braiding so I don't have to unravel it as much. Okay. So we have a strong transition between the actual braid and the fringe. Okay. Pull that snug. Okay. And sorry if I'm not showing it clearly. I'm not that great at this part of the operation. Pull that. There we go. Pull that through. And this is a great time for my eyes to start burning. All right, so once that knot is done, pass the needle on through one last time, pull it out the far side, and there we go. And let's kind of comb this out a little bit. That's a little bit left from the knot on the start. And that's probably a reasonable spot. This is a little bit easier if you wrap it in paper and then cut through. And yes, I actually have my wife's permission to do that with these scissors because it's specifically for a fabric-related purpose, even though there is some paper involved. But, all right. I'll probably touch it up a little bit later, but that's probably acceptable. Alrighty. So let's get a quick measure for how long of braid we got. Okay. We got 65 inches of braid. That's a respectable amount. So the knot the belt loop knot I was talking about earlier, what you do is you pass it through from the front, then you loop it under the back and then pass it back through in between, and then you get this nice so that's the SCA D-ring belt loop method. With 2 D-rings, it can pass through. This is a pretty small D-ring, but you pass it through the other one and it'll be able to loop back like that. So, thank you. All right, let me make this a little easier to see it. So as you can see, I got a nice, it's a rectangular braid, wide flat with the arrows on both sides, and a contrasting color, even though I do have black and with the blue, yellow, and white here. If I did this again, I would probably do it as a 5-color braid. But it works pretty well. Don't have much issue with it. Scissors out of the way. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna send that to somebody or if I'm gonna keep that for my braids. That's a great belt for a belt pouch or hang a pouch off of a purse. All right, get this Marudai out of the way. And sorry about dropping all the stuff. Let me get these out of the way so I don't trip over them later. Okay. Let's take a look at what colors we got. Let's focus in a little bit better. Okay. We have a fair amount of purple. Let's see. This is 817 red, 321 red, and 666 red. Let me, now that I don't have that, let me go strong white so you can see the colors a little better. Okay, so, all right. Lightest red, medium red, darker red. This is also a little more orangish. This is more of a closer to blood or brick red. Okay, so I have green. This is actually prism floss, which I think nope, it's cotton, about the same length. That's a black. I think the issue when we got that was I couldn't find any black DMC floss locally. Got a dark blue there. Got some light blue. Let's see. Yep, these are both the same purple. A little bit more of a primary green. That's also Prism, not DMC, but that's nice white. And this is a navy blue. I know it looks kind of closer to black, but let's see. Should be able to tell that. But let me put it contrast with the black. Should be able to tell better that way. Okay. I believe this is silk floss. Yeah. Filocell silk, 9 yards, 8.5 meters, made in Great Britain. So I got some black and red for that. If I remember right, this was the silk I used to make the laurel leaf pattern braid, the leftover bits. Let's see. It's a lighter green there. So, all right. So I have enough greens, blues, purples, red, and white. I don't think I have enough black to do black as a color. All right, let's look through the braid patterns. This book is, I've had it for about 20 years. I need to get another copy. Just keep this as my working copy. I've done this braid before on stream. I've also done this braid before, the 120, though the color layout that they have in the book doesn't give you this. If I remember right, somebody asked me to do, I think, braid 114, or was that the one I just did? Or one, let's see. But yeah, I just did 115. This was the braid I just finished up. Here are 2 different color variations for it that can be done. Okay. I've done this braid before. It's fairly fun to do. All right. Actually, no, I haven't done this one. I've done this one here. Haven't done it on stream, though. Let's see. 78, 79, 80, and 81. So let's see what they look like. Okay. This is a 16 braid pattern and is 24 separate moves. 79 is also a 16 strand braid, and it is also 24 moves. These are different color layouts you can start out with. 80. This one is looks like 66 moves. I'll have to look at the translation. I've got a get my brain to function here. I can use my phone app to do it, but it looks like you do steps 1 through 10, and then steps 11 through 50 are repeats of 1 through 10. So you do these moves 5 times through, and then you do from 51 to 66. So And it looks like the name is part of a Japanese heart. That is 80. Okay, that's this braid here. So essentially, this is your 5 iterations, and then the rest of it is the transition from one side to the other. So 101 looked cool. Yeah, let's take a look at that real quick. That one there. I'll take a look at what's involved with that one. Let me take a look at 81 real quick. Okay, this has 72 moves. It is a 20 strand. So the previous one was a 16, so this is a 20 strand. So some notes about 11 and 12. So you go 1 through 12, and then 5 more repeats of 1 through 12 until you get to 60, and then these moves. All right, so 101 was another one people were looking at. Okay, whoops. Okay, so that's 100 and 101. Yeah, that's a 24 strand. It doesn't look that complex. Yeah, I can do that one. Let's see. All right, so let me catch up with there. All right, 111, 101. Okay. 111. That is a 32 strand flat braid. And it looks like it has 28 moves, which has a lot of action going on with that move. Let's see what that one looks like. 111. That one's going to be a little bit of difficulty to memorize. Okay, what were the other ones? 105 and 82. So 105 is, that one looks nice. Let's see. So 105 has 56 moves, and it doesn't look like any are repeats. So it's a 24 strand. Though looking at it, this is kind of like, one way, the other way, kind of rotate positions, and then it looks like it's kind of moving back and forth, just moving your way, getting closer and closer to the center, so, and then across over. So that one may not actually be that hard to pick up. Alrighty. Let's see, and 82. Right, let me see what 82 looks like. Okay, it's kind of a flower pattern. Okay, that one looks like it is a 16 strand, and it is 32 moves. Not horribly complex. All right, so let me see. Should I do a vote? I can do a vote. All right, let's see if I can make a poll. Let me pop out the YouTube chat. Make that a little bit larger so I can see what I'm doing. Engage with your audience. Start a poll. All right, so you were looking at 82, 101, 105, 110, or 111. Okay. 82, 101. One 105, 110, 111. Looks like I'm limited. I think 111 was a little more complex than I wanted to try. Let me just confirm that. Yeah, I think I'll pass on 111 for right now, though I will probably wind up doing it in the future. All right, so I only have 4 options here. All right. There we go. Let's see, what else is there on this schedule? Oh, we got 8 people on. That's a pretty nice turnout for tonight. Let me see how many people we got on Rumble. Looks like it says 2 people on Rumble. Nobody's chatting over there. Or 3 people on Rumble. Let me send them a message there. Whoops, what happened there? Okay. Go. And let's see what else there was. Alrighty. And apparently I lost the pop-out chat. There we go. There's the pop-out chat. Sorry, kind of run out of things to say at the moment. Let me see what else there was on my schedule. Like I said, I'm working tomorrow. In the evening, I'm probably going to be working in the garage trying to get the woodworking done for the signs that I'm making. And for those that didn't see it on the last stream, this is the text I engraved the other day. I need to do this where it also says Modern Games Tent as well as Period Games Tent. And then I'm going to do the same width board below with some designs of some medieval games and some modern games for each appropriate sign. Oh. Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn. Engrave those designs in, glue it together. Then I'll get a 1x1 frame all around the edge, glue it, screw it in place so that it holds together. We'll polyurethane it and then paint in the letters so they stand out better. Got to polyurethane it so that the color doesn't bleed through the wood. And then after that, this is a project I need to get done within the next couple of weeks. And I'll probably work on getting the AC done and get that odometer thing taken care of. Let's see if I can get a nice close-up on the... And this took like about 25 minutes to engrave. All right, I'll go ahead and end it. Let's see what we've got as our options. Okay, so between 82 and 101. Let me see which ones, if there's one I like better than the other. Okay. All right, 82 and 101. I think I'll go ahead and try the 101. And let's see. What's suggested color layouts? So we have a two color, and kind of a graduation color. Okay, it's 24 strands, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we can do 6 colors. I'll need 4 of each. All right, so okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I got 4 of that. I'll go ahead and double it up so it's a little more pronounced, kind of like the last one I did. Um, hmm. Don't have 8 on there or there. Um, all right. I think what I can do is I can go ahead and pick up some black at the store tomorrow. So we would do black, red, purple, blue. Uh, so I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was that far out of focus. My apologies. Let me bring that back in. Okay, so I'm very sorry about that. My apologies. Okay, so I have a serious case of dropsy tonight. Okay, so are we okay with this color scheme? Alrighty. So that's the color scheme then. I'll pick up a few more black skeins, and so that'll probably be one of the Saturday streams. Is I will go ahead and strand up the tama, get it done through the loop, and start braiding it a few times through. That'll probably take about 2 or 3 hours. So I'll do that probably mid Saturday, late afternoon Saturday, and get that started. And I will see if I can't get the stuff ready to do Rob's braid as well. Probably won't get started on that till early next week. And again, I might do it as a locals exclusive. I want to try and encourage people to join there so that they can keep up to date, because it takes a fair amount of mental energy to post the announcements in all the different places I do. I know YouTube and Rumble do the notifications automatically. But if you do too many on YouTube, it just won't send them. And sometimes it just doesn't send them anyway. But Locals is pretty good about doing it. You can, get it as a email or as a push notification, depending on how you set up your settings. I don't have a monetary requirement to join Locals to get the notifications. For the Locals exclusive, I would do the video as an exclusive video there. Or maybe not. I don't know. I meant just post it there, but we'll have to see how that goes. I haven't actually done video on Locals. I've just linked to private YouTube videos for that. So, does anybody have anything else they want to go over? Any suggestions? Anything they would like answers to? If not, I will probably go ahead and end the stream. I'll give it a little bit of time to get it back. See if anybody has anything to ask before I go ahead and close the stream down. Alrighty, we're up to 9 people and I'm about ready to leave. I apologize for whoever just joined and is going to be heading out. Please catch the replay if you would like. And I will go ahead and post a picture, a good quality picture of this braid to the community tab so people can see it. And thanks again for joining, everybody. I appreciate y'all being here. And I hope you had a good evening. And stay safe and happy braiding.